Hello and welcome to 4Spaces. We're here in the gallery in our showroom in Zurich. I'm Michele Rondelli, the creative director of the company.
And I'm Sophie Probst, the textile designer for 4Spaces.
We're going to show you the latest introductions, which we launched this year, the spring collection. It's about knitting technique. As you know, we have been awarded and innovative with developing this technique exclusively in this market. The collection has been presented in Frankfurt at Heimtextil, and it got awarded with the Textile Future 2020 award. So let's have a deeper look into this collection. Sophie graduated actually in knitting technique in her design school in Stuttgart. Sophie, what is the special technique we applied with this new collection?
So this year we tried a new technique. They have created a new machine which can weave and knit at the same time. So normally the needles are all knitting at the same time, but this new machine can also weave, which means that the yarn is just running like in a normal loom with the weft from the right side inside, and no needles are working at that moment. And on the way back, actually all needles go up again and start to knit. So that's when you get this special optic, which looks like weaving, but when you look closer, you can also see that the thin yarn is going around the thick weft yarn, and it's knitting it like a new structure together. So you get like this special new optic, what is quite new in the market and not has been seen so much.
The machine is actually existing one time in Italy. That's where we have focused on our production. It's a very dedicated team, production team also. Needless to mention that for the first trials we had incredible unhappy moments where the machine would just break down, but only with the good spirit and especially also with the technical skills from the professionals we were able to make it into a nice product.
Now I would like to show you a little bit more detail our two new articles, Romeo and Julia. So the first one I'm going to show you is our article Romeo, where you can see quite good. The thicker yarn is the one which is woven, and the thinner yarn is the one with this knitting technique. It gives a really nice striation and also a three-dimensional look. The other article is Julia, which is a little bit more simple, I would say. The striation you can see really good, and the knitting part with the thinner yarn, it's also popping out here.
Very nicely is the drape of both effects. If you use it as a draper, remember you have an incredible glare control with this fabric, but they are also engineered to be used as an upholstery, creating a beautiful all-over texture. The dripping effect is also quite beautiful. It's a smooth, elegant fabric if you use it as a drapery. And the collection has been also engineered to use for upholstery fabric. So with this one here, you get a really nice texture. You can reverse it as well. Also on the front side, you have a little bit more texture with like Romeo, and with Julia, you have a little bit more striation. If you use it as an upholstery, of course, you can use it vertical or horizontal, the striation. So it would look like this. And it creates a beautiful effect, reminding you a little bit of these textures you use in horsehair fabrics. It's a very beautiful touch as well. Of course, it is Trevira CS still, so it's performing in all corporate and public applications, like completely safe regarding flame retardancy. And the testing has been also quite good, yeah. Right, Sophie?
Yeah, 40,000 for both articles, for upholstery, and also lightning and color fastness is the highest you can achieve.
Okay, and here we show you the colors. So we put that together on a hanger. You have from both qualities a sample, larger sample, and then here you see the colors. So we touched into this light bluey grayish color, and then going a bit into these metallic fibers or colors where you have the bronze, dark bronze, the light grays, the bluish casts, and then here some extraordinary color combination with this terracotta red. and this marine blue.
And for acoustic, it's also quite good, huh?
Yeah, very good acoustical values. Because of the three-dimensional texture, it absorbs actually quite good. So we have absorption of 0.8, which is like basically fulfilling all the requirements you use for an acoustical drapery. The last of the three designs is Donatella. So we have also had a bit of fun with the name. So we said Romeo and Julia as the first one, which are kind of nice also to compose together. And then Donatella, because Donatella for us is a little bit of the wicked one. You know, you all know this horrible experience of having moth holes in your sweater. So that was actually the inspiration where we wanted to take it, and it's extremely beautiful to see it going through the light, coming through. You see these beautiful openings, these irregular textures, but at the same time you can use it for wrapped panels, fantastic acoustical absorbance, and as well drapery and upholstery, both directions.
Also very nice, this relief optic you're getting.
Yeah, almost a bit of a three-dimensional effect. So Donatella comes in these colors, where we work also the contrast between dark and light to create really these textures. And it's really extremely beautiful if you see that fabric also from the side a little bit. I don't know if you can actually see it if you hold it like this, that you have the three-dimensional effect here a little bit coming through. So we hope that you find your project for these beautiful fabrics. By the way, they are all, how wide are they? They are 74 inches or 190 centimeters wide. That's also done by purpose so that you have a left and the right drop in front of a window. You don't need to seam it together.